Yesterday, I realized I have to do this.
Well, today's the day that you change the world.
ClickFunnels was built to remove the barriers to entrepreneurship so that dreamers could become doers. So that those of us who are crazy enough to believe that we can change the world, we actually can. And as that world changes, so do we. With over $10 billion generated by our users, we are so proud of what we built and we're excited to reintroduce ourselves. Hi, we're ClickFunnels.
And when someone says, what's a funnel?
We say, what isn't? Everything is. It's how you make decisions on a daily basis. You're constantly funneling all of your activities through a journey to achieve the desired result. So in that sense, funnels are actually a mindset that lets you see every tangible opportunity for growth and continuous revenue. A funnel in the digital space is something that grabs your customers' hands and leads them directly to the products that they actually need and want. ClickFunnels is the only platform that empowers you to do this at scale. When you see it, you are going to love it.
Whether you're a seasoned pro or just getting started, ClickFunnels is easier to use and more powerful than ever before.
This is going to be a game changer.
My first funnel made what my business would normally do for half a year. I was stunned.
Starting my own business really was a liberating experience.
Absolutely life-changing. It feels like a movement, to be honest.
It's a whole new way to look at funnels.
You don't have to go through it alone.
It's not just the tool.
You got a whole community come with it.
You don't have to worry about the technology. We'll handle that for you. Don't worry about becoming a great marketer. With our education and strategies, you'll unlock that. We've been completely reimagining how we serve you, our users. You'll notice the difference right away in the way the platform looks, how it feels, and how intuitive it is.
I can create from beginning to end my product, the funnel. Now with frameworks, you can copy paste that same framework and offer it to your audience.
The resources you have access to, that's what makes it different.
This is ClickFunnels for the next generation. And we're excited to see how you'll use it to change the world in your own way. We have an incredible lineup of new features to roll out, features that you've asked for.
In corporate America, you're just a number. So to have a development team that literally will sit down with you and have conversations about what can I do to make your life easier is massive.
You don't find that in any other company.
I'm blown away by the loyalty they have to their customer base.
The rebrand of our software isn't just about looks. It's about you, the funnel hackers, so that you can take your marketing to new heights, where software, education, and community can all be found in one place.
It's hitting at the mission of making millions of entrepreneurs.
I just can't imagine a better life. My plans are to go show my son the world.
I love ClickFunnels because it's all my people.
I'm so grateful to be a part of this family.
It's pretty amazing.
I want to invite you to see it for yourself. Explore the new features. Build your first or your next funnel.
And remember, you're only one funnel away.
Hey, we are live and direct. This is Feature Fridays, none other than Mr. Rob Schwartz and myself, Danny Walsh, live around the world in Facebook and our community and on X and YouTube. No pressure, Rob. How are we doing?
We are doing great. I am so excited. It's been an awesome week. We had a lot of good updates on the development side and the engineering side, pushing forward the product. But you know, it's the weekend. I always love going into the weekend.
Hey, what's the plan for the weekend? Building funnels, I hope.
Yes, honestly, I have one that's been itching, that I've been itching to finish all week, and like I've been trying to get to it on the nights, and I think I will have time this weekend to finally finish it. I've been mapping it out. I have my map over here on the bottom floor, but yeah, I'm so close. And it's like, you know, when you're close to the end of that funnel and you're almost ready to just launch it, and then there's like that one last thing you have to do. I'm almost there. So that's what I want to do this weekend. I want to get it done.
Hey, sounds like a plan. Big shout to Rich. Big shout to our ClickFunnels social team behind the scenes, Veronica Bailey, Valentine, and the rest of the team as well. Too many names to mention. It's a great place to be right now, Rob. As you mentioned, a lot of amazing things, developments, cool stuff going on behind the scenes. We will share what we can. We will share the secrets, but we also want to get into a few practical features and maybe a little bit of a demo of some of the things that you can do inside of ClickFunnels. Maybe you know some of this stuff, maybe you don't. And Rob's been messaging me all day like, Danny, I've got this idea and this funnel and I'm excited. I want to do this and I want to do. I'm like, what could we do that would just be beneficial to folks in the communities right now? And we arrived at something that we think will give people a lot of advantage when it comes to building their funnels, Rob, right?
Oh yeah, and it's fun because I get re-excited about features that we've already built. Right, I know people are waiting for the next thing, but it's just fun building funnels and looking at what we built and be like, oh yeah, that's why we did that. We're making it so easy for people to do this. It's just it's fun relearning what we're doing, and that's what I was messaging Danny about. It's like, what can we reteach you guys? Because it's a pretty big platform, right, Danny? There's a lot here. Yeah, there's a lot here. So I wanted to reintroduce some features to you that you might use, that you might not use, that'll make your lives easier when you're building funnels, when you're building whatever it is on ClickFunnels.
100%. Big shout to Tara Teng in the chat. Thank gosh, it's funnels. I think that's what the little acronym means right now. Tara, how you doing? Let us know in the comments if you're with us live or on the replay. We are going to be on for maybe 20 more minutes. I've just finished a call with our brand new ClickFunnels members, showing the very basics of building a funnel. But what we want to do right now is basic and advanced all at the same time, right, Rob? And I don't know, Rob, if you want to share a screen, if you want to get into this, if you want to do the demo, feel free. But we want to get into something really powerful, which is style guides.
Oh yeah.
And this is actually something that can often be overlooked, but probably shouldn't be overlooked, Rob, right? That's
exactly it. It's, I'm not a funnel expert. I'll say that. I am still learning. But what I realized is I went through, and maybe you guys have been through this realization also, but when I go through and I add a button, when I add a header, when I add just a divider, I'm adding the same colors every time to each element. And then I realized, I'm like, why don't I just use my style guide? Then I just have to change it in one place. I don't have to click through every element to change the color. I can just go to my style guide, choose the color I want, and then it changes everywhere. It's such, as Brandon said, it's such a time saver. And that when I came to that realization, I immediately messaged Danny. And I'm like, Danny, we have to teach these people again about the style guides. Because if they're not using it, they should be. It will save them immense amount of time.
So can we share a screen, Rob? Can we get into this? Have you got something? I know you've been sending me looms all day. You share the screen. I'll bring the screen up for you when you're ready. Well, just to give people an idea, a style guide is a place to set your colors, set your fonts, set the shadows and the corners and the buttons and more. And that allows you to assign those styles to any funnel, any page, any element really inside of your ClickFunnels account and any of your funnels, maybe even your site or your store as well. Now I can see your screen, Rob. I'm going to bring that up if that's cool with you.
Yep, bring it up.
Let's go. So here comes Rob's screen, and this looks interesting. Home construction in New York City.
So this is this is an idea I've been playing with, and whoever knows me, I like to put my feet in the shoes of people using ClickFunnels. So my idea right now is I'm building an extremely dynamic, just templated website that anybody can use, right? So this is random copy. This is professional home construction in New York City. It could be a plumber in Kansas. It could be a roofer in Arkansas. It could be whatever. And the idea here is they just have to change a couple things and they can make it their own website. And that's where I'm going to grow to my Dream Car Award. I'm going to start sending this out to all these different service companies, and I'm going to give it to them for free. I'm just going to get that affiliate commission on the back end, and I'm going to get that Dream Car Award. That's my plan here.
So that's the plan. Let us know if you're promoting ClickFunnels in the chat. Anybody, any affiliates? I can see Tim, Renee, Tara, Holly is in there as well. Rich, Brandon, promoting as an affiliate just by using the share funnels, right, or frameworks. That's super exciting. But let's get into the style guide and the thinking for this particular demo.
Yeah. So when I was building this out, I was going to each one of these areas and I would go in here, right? And I would go all the way to the background and I would choose before I would go in the custom colors and I'd find the color I want. I have the hex, I plug it in. If it was in recently used, then I'd be able to use the recently used. And I'd do that for this one. And then I'd go over here to the button and I wanted the same color. So I go to the background. Again, it was in custom. I'd go to recently used or plug in the hex. And then everywhere on the website, you can see how many times I have it along the funnel here, along the site. Like I have it in my copy here on all the different buttons over here. And then I have some custom JavaScript where it is, but everywhere I had it. And it was just so time consuming because if I didn't like the color, I always had to go to each element and change it. So now what I can do and what I realized, and just remembering by using funnels and building funnels, you just go to your style guide, you go to your color section, and I can change this here. You know, let's say I want to make it lime green. What a wonderful color. Let's go here and we'll update it. We'll wait for this to finish. I'm going to exit out, refresh. And let's see, cross your fingers, magic happens. Boom. Now everywhere on the page is updated that color. Everywhere. This is an image, ignore that. But everywhere where it matters, updated that color. I just saved myself 20 minutes from click. And how many clicks did I save, Danny?
Oh, without a doubt. And anybody from the ClickFunnels Classic days or anybody using other inferior editors, they might struggle and having to go through. And if you are designing funnels for people and your client comes back and says, I've had to think over the weekend and that shade of green, I've actually want to change it. You're like, okay, that's cool, no problem. And then you finish the call and you're like, oh, now I've got to go through every single page.
Exactly.
Style guide allows you to go in there and change in the blink of an eye, right? So we're going to go up to power pink or whatever the color is right now. The ability to do that, but also there's the question of how do you set up the whole style guide so that you're not just relying on those quick changes on the fly. It's also a case of thinking longer term, because you can create multiple style guides, Rob, inside of your ClickFunnels account that you can use for different things. And this doesn't just include colors. You can have fonts, the shadows, the borders, the buttons, the corners, and more. All of these things you can set up, and you can name your style guide so that you're able to call different styles for different funnel styles, for different clients, for different eventualities, whatever it is. Maybe you have got things going on for real estate. Maybe you've got things going on for plumbers. You've got things going on for dentists. All of those have got different fonts, different shades, different colors. You can just set these up and save them. And that's super powerful, Rob, right?
100%. One, it'll save you time. Two, it'll make sure that you're consistent across all your different funnels, right? If you are just building it for yourself for one brand, you're building that brand identity by keeping the styles the same across all the different sites that you're sending your customers to. So it doesn't only save you time and effort, but it creates consistency and familiarity for your customers and for your brand. Right. So style guides are super powerful. If you're not using them, definitely use them. I was really excited when I relearned about this, so I just wanted to share it with you guys also.
Thank you indeed. And let us know in the comments if you are like style guide first. Just like you, Rob, I was like, go and edit the thing, it doesn't matter, and then just change it on the fly and launch the funnel. Recently, I've become very particular about going not even into the funnel yet, just literally going into workspace settings and actually creating the style guide in the workspace settings before I even start the funnel. And then from the very first instant I even lay out the pages in the builder, I've already got that style guide selected. And I've got 3 or 4 different style guides that I really like. They're converting really well. And it's like, well, how do you figure out the colors? What matches? Designers spend a long time learning this stuff. And color is one of the things that it's like I've just never been the best at. And there are sites out there, and more importantly now you've got AI as well, that will recommend color combinations that just work. Brands spend gazillions of dollars, Rob, right, to get the color right. Why is it orange? Why is it red? Why is it blue? You might not have that gazillion dollars in your bank account right now to go and hire, the super brand color company. But what you can do is you can study patterns. You can figure out what those patterns are across industries, and you can use either color palette generators, lots of them out there, or you can use AI to suggest contrasting colors and plug them into your style guide. And that's super exciting because you can create real good results real fast. Any tips or tricks, Rob, for like colors or how you go about things, choosing fonts? Or are you just like,
oh man, I rely on designers. I'm like you, Danny. I don't have an eye for design, but I do know that colors can affect your emotion, right? So depending on the audience that you're trying to reach out to, if you are going to one of these AI color palette creators, give it a little bit of an idea of who your audience is. I'm sure it can take it. I'm sure you can say, I'm looking for, high-end ticket colors or low-end ticket colors or something of the sort. And give me colors that pop or stand out, or give me ones that are a little bit laid back. I would give it a little bit of an adjective to help you, guide the AI to where the color palette should be.
Yeah, 100%. And one, I don't know if there's AI in this. I use this all the time. If I share screens over here, hopefully this works. We'll take Rob's off right now, and then we might come back to that. This is a site that lots of people use called Coolors. COOLORS. We're not associated, we're not affiliated. The ads are nothing to do with me. But this is the point. You come to Coolors, you hit your space bar, and if you click it on the right window, hit your space bar, and it will change through contrasting colors. Hey, we like the orange. You press the lock. You keep pressing the space bar. Hey, well, let's have this green. We press the lock. Keep going. You press the lock. Keep going. I don't like that one. Oh, the yellow was cool. Hey, we'll have this one. Press the lock, and you kind of go through, and you get a bunch of contrasting colors. You copy those hex codes into your style guide, and you have contrasting colors that hopefully work. Now, you don't do it as fast as that. You take some time, you spend a little while, but that's just one of a million free tools out there that you can go and tap into right now to get the colors and plug them into your style guide and then apply them to your funnels. And that's super helpful when it comes to thinking. AI will take it even further for you now. Trust me, and there's lots of cool innovations in ChatGPT right now. Let us know your favorite tools in the chat. If it won't let you post a URL, just shout out the name. I'm sure people can find it on Google. But there's lots of tools that will help you. And you've also got some cool AI inside of our favorite Barnum PT as well, which is in a lot of people's ClickFunnels accounts right now. Check it out. Don't be afraid of experimenting with the colors. Don't be afraid of experimenting with fonts. There's lots of sites where you can go and get fonts. Word of warning, don't just download free fonts. Make sure you've got a license, because you can get yourself into problems if you just go and steal people's fonts, right? So make sure you've got a license for your fonts. That is a word of warning. But get in there, get into your style guides, Rob. That's the beauty of ClickFunnels, right? We can plug in colors, we can plug in fonts, and we can build.
And really fast.
Oh, yes.
It's so fast. And if you watch Danny's onboarding, Danny and Dante have done an incredible job with the onboarding calls this week. I've joined a couple and I learned something new every time I'm in there. But you can build a funnel. I know that they're doing it for, the new customers, but the way I see them do it, I can build a funnel and be live within 5 minutes. It's nuts how fast you can create a funnel and have something new online these days. It's incredible. And we just make it so easy for you. Use your style guide and start a new funnel.
100%. And, it is Feature Fridays. Should we build a funnel real quick? Let us know. Awesome. Let us know in the comments. Can we build something real quick?
Can we do it? Do we have enough time?
Can we do that? I don't know what kind of funnel we can build. In the onboarding, we have been building a simple lead funnel. This is one of the workspaces that we've been using, brand new workspace. We set this up live on the call, and earlier on the live, we actually registered a domain. We set up the email. We set up an automation. We built a funnel and walked through the demo with problems. We had some tech problems with the domain. We ended up registering 2 domains. We went through the motions, but everything was done and squared away in the 60 minutes that Dante and I had. If we wanted to refine this a little bit more, let's start in the workspace settings and let's just go to that style guide. And let's start with a new style guide and be like, hey, what does this look like? So let's call it new style. Right now, we're not going to get pixel perfect with this, but we're going to have a new style. We can come up in here, we can customize this. Let us know how you do this. If you want to shoot a Loom video or you want to drop something in the community, show how you do it, that'll be great. But hey, we can add fonts, we can choose fonts, we can change fonts. So hey, let's go. We don't want Montserrat. Let's go into font, right? So maybe the headline is going to be extra bold, and we've got an extra large headline. Back to fonts. Then we'll have the subheadline can be Inter again, but we'll use a bold, and then we can go back to fonts. So now we've got Inter. Maybe we can have the same font. You can use different fonts. You can even install your own font. So I've got a font that I'm using. We can press update. Let's go and sort out the colors. Hey, there's the colors. So what do we want? We'll have some shades of blue going on over here, right? So let's have some blues inside of here. Maybe we'll have some like darker shades going on. We can have a black in there. We've got light. We've got like a light gray going on. Let's have something bright in there. Let's maybe not the green. Let's know your favorite color combinations. We'll have a yellow. We'll have a blue. Maybe have a bit of red going on, like a darker red. Who knows? We've created some colors. And then what we could do is fly down this list here and think, hey, this is the light one. So we'll have the light. So let's inside of here. Let's have in the light. You can see how these change. You can see dead easy. Keep it simple, right? So we'll just keep the grays for the top, and then the links, all the things, we'll keep them blue. See how that looks? Does it look good? Maybe it does, maybe it doesn't. Experiment with this stuff. That's lightest. Let's go lighter. So hey, you see how this is like fast, right? So let's go fast. So hey, we're going to have this. We've got that background, so let's have the darker color. So let's have this set to the top. Don't overthink this stuff, right? Is this making sense, Rob? Is like, are we going too fast? Or like people getting this?
This is great, and like you're saying, just don't overthink it. Like colors can generate some emotions, but just do it. Just try, see what works. Right.
So
that's all you got to do. That's what we try to teach every week. Just try. Don't be afraid to fail.
So like I'm looking good, right? So let's have the dark background. What's the base color going to be for the dark background? You can see how this works, and then I'm pretty much using the same colors for the top, and I'm using different same 3 colors for the bottom 3. I'm not overthinking it. I'm not sitting there for 5 hours trying to get this right. Yes, you can go to Coolers or wherever you can try and figure this stuff out. But look, let's just set our style guide expectations, get all this stuff in. Maybe I'll have the white going on there. I'm not quite sure about that, so we'll think about that. Hey, that looks good, right? So we're good, right? Update. So that 30 seconds. We've still got 7 minutes. Let's build a funnel. 7-minute funnel. You build a funnel in 7 minutes. So I've got my style guide. I can do my colors, my shadows, my buttons, and more. But I've got that. Save it. Back to the website, right? Easy. So I can use that new style on any funnel. So let's go to our create funnel. Let's start from scratch. This is the power of the funnel editor is amazing, right? And if you're not using ClickFunnels, man.
Yeah, it's incredible. Like I love like building funnels, trying new things, seeing different ways to position images or text or content, whatever it is. But it just makes it so easy. I had to do something the other day, just switching content from one side of a row to the other side of the row, or columns in a row. And I was able to click it, pick it up, and just pop it over to the other side. And then the other thing, I just picked it up, plopped it over the other side. It was so easy. I've used other editors and I keep on coming back to ours. It's such a fun experience. Forget easy. It's fun to use.
Yeah, and like by the time we finish speaking, I've got 2 pages laid out of an opt-in page, a thank you page. Let's just can we do? Oh, we've got 6 minutes, man. There's people they spend a long time building one thing I forgot, right? Let's just leave that, scrap that. Let's just go up here and actually select our style guide. That might help. New style. There we go.
Oh, yeah.
There. So all of these pages are running on that new style now. So the hard work's pretty much been done. Shows my colors, got my fonts in there. So now when I start adding things like, hey, let's have some rows in there. Let's change this around. Let's like make that, I don't know, medium. Let's use our blue background. Let's bring this down like this. Let's add hey, there we go. So I have a sub headline. Let's come down here. Maybe we can have an image. I don't know. We're going to make this wider. Let's have some bullet points down the side over here. And we can have like maybe have a button that opens the pop-up. We didn't change the color of the button, but it looks good. Let's have an image over here. We can use stock image. It's like, what are we doing? What are we trying to give away, right? I don't know what we're going to do. So let's borrow these guys. Let's make this one of our large headlines. You can see it's the Inter font. Maybe that'll work. Super fast. I don't know. Super fast funnels done for you. Wow. I don't know. While Rob talks. Well, Rob talks.
People are gonna think that they're watching it on 2x speed, but it's not.
Yeah.
Like, this is live.
Oh, style guide works. I don't know. It's harder to type than it is to actually style guides work. Get that like that. Maybe we can just make that medium again. Who knows? And then press the button to load free funnels. Whatever your headline's going to be, fill it all in, right? You guys, you get the idea. You know how to do this stuff. Make this, move it up, and then the button will just do. You open the pop up. So there's open pop up. You can have some other text down there as well if you wanted to. It's like, hey, there's a paragraph, and ChatGPT to write you some stuff. How long have I got? 4 minutes. Click open pop up, open pop up. In there, we could like have a section, and then we could say like, hey, well, let's put your like name and email and a button. Submit that. Like, you get the idea. We don't need to think about this for too long. We just need to like build the thing, right? Get it out there. Let's move this thing down. Let's have a headline. And now you might be thinking, well, I want my funnel to be prettier than that. But my funnel's out there on the internet while you're still thinking about it. I'm generating leads while you're still like pondering over colors. Step 1, enter your email. And then we can put like, hey, follow the steps on the next page, whatever it might be. Save that. Looking good. Maybe have a border around this box. We can set with borders and everything in the style guide as well. Maybe around the corners, add some shadow. Like, looks good. Like, for 3 minutes.
Boom.
So finish it off, right? So we'll just do the thank you page. So we got somewhere to like. Oh, by the time we finish, I've got another call. Rob's got another call. Rob, like, if people are not using ClickFunnels, like, what? I don't know. Are they crazy? Well, what advice would we give to them to get started?
Just it's really just build one funnel with us. That's our pitch. Build one funnel with us. Still use other platforms. Just give us a shot. Give us one funnel. That's all we want. And you're gonna see your life is gonna change because it's just so easy. So that's the pitch.
Let's have a workflow as well. When they opt in. No, 2 minutes. So 2 minutes. Like, we built a funnel in less than 10 minutes, right? Turn on the workflow. We have a style guide in there as well. Like, build a funnel with ClickFunnels. Let's just, all I want to do is just tag these guys. Say, opt in. I've already got my tag. Can send them a newsletter or something later, right? So I'm just going to add the tag, hit refresh, make sure everything's working. And then what I'll do is I'll just put a pause step. Let's get some leads. They'll all sit at the pause. They'll all sit at the pause waiting. Then I'll go and write an email. I've got a minute left. What can I do, right? 4 minute funnel, 5 minute funnel. You go and register the domain. You got to be famous, but you can see right now, it's ready to go. And literally, click the button for your name and email. You go through to the thank you page, style guide, all the things in like no time.
If your mic wasn't so expensive, I'd tell you to drop it. That was awesome.
Yeah, but it's not me that does that. It's the power of ClickFunnels, right? And that's the power that everybody's got in their hand if
100%.
they just believe in themselves. Ready to go?
Yeah,
that's it.
I mean, what I want to hear now is how you guys. I want to hear next week how you guys are using the style guides. to make your build out faster, and what else you want to know more about. What have you been curious about? What do you want us to demo more of and show you that it's just so easy to use, and just stop overthinking it. So reach out to me, Rob at clickfunnels.com. Let me know what else you want to see. Reach out to Danny. Whatever it is, we're happy to help.
Yep. Outreach at clickfunnels.com, Rob at clickfunnels.com. From Rob, from myself, we'll see everybody next week. Big shout out to the social team behind the scenes, Tara, Renee, two Renees, Tim in the chat, Brandon, Rich, Holly, everyone behind the scenes. If you need a trial from ClickFunnels, clickfunnels.com, go and get yourself a 14-day trial, give you all the training, get the onboarding call, see how we set all that stuff up, build a style guide, get your colors. Rob, been a pleasure. Bang on time. We're out of here, everyone. Bye.